These are pawpaw trees. You can see one little fruit hanging up there. Here we are. After months of prep and, well, not really prep, but moving, packing, getting out of Denver, driving across the US to Tennessee and then North Carolina, and all the stress related to that, and leaving jobs. We're finally, and awesome people too. We're finally on trail. And it's hard, like this point in trail, I don't know. You always just feel this huge mix of emotions, so I'm super excited. I can start to feel the stress of all of those commitments and things fading away, but I'm also nervous, not sure what to expect. I've never done a trail again, so this will be interesting. I've never done a trail with a significant other, so that'll be interesting. Those will be new experiences. Even though repeating a trail is kind of the same experience, I think it'll be a whole new one too. So I'm excited to see how that kind of paints my experience. We're in just north of Harpers Ferry, well, I guess east of Harpers Ferry now, heading out on the CO towpath. So that's why it's so nice and level right now. It's kind of our first mile or so on trail, which is exciting. I guess we're a few miles in. Anyways, here's to being on trail. Hope you enjoy the videos. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that little bell. No, I'm not gonna put that in. No, I don't know. It feels good. I don't have any wise words yet. Any thoughts?
No, all the things, all the good things. We saw a really cool bird already.
All right. See you all down the trail. One more little update. For those of you wondering why we're starting this trail so late and how we could possibly finish, etc., what's going on, what we're doing is called a northbound flip-flop. So as you saw, we started halfway up the trail in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. From here, we're going north up to Katahdin, just like a normal through hike. And from there, that'll help us beat winter and beat the cold and all of that. Once we get up there, we're gonna hitchhike, I guess, back down to Harpers Ferry and head south from here. So that way we'll beat the winter to Maine, we'll come back down and get a nice fall and probably a little bit of winter as we head south through the Smokies down to Springer Mountain. It'll be interesting. It's gonna be a weird contrast because going north, we're kind of with the main bubble right now, but once we flip south, it'll probably be pretty deserted on trail, or at least a lot less crowded anyways. So that'll be fun to watch and see how that changes. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched my videos before, you should know I don't do a lot of blogging like this. I do some updates, but I do a lot more just nature sounds, sights, and hopefully some more camp scenes this year. We'll see. Tell me what you want to see and I'll try to incorporate it more. I do read the comments whenever I'm in town. So, see ya. Now we're on a trail that actually feels like the AT. So this is the pawpaw again. You can see they're normally pretty spindly trees, right? But they have sort of like an umbrella-like fan of leaves on the end, pretty big leaves too. And then if you're lucky, you'll see little fruit like that. And you can eat them when they're ripe. It tastes like a banana. Tara's first shelter.
He was standing up on it. Better.
First tick. Well, this is our first vista of the trail so far. We're about 13 miles in. Feels good. To me, it feels like being home. Ooh. Before I left, I was swimming in a lake on the 4th of July, and I opened my eyes underwater, and I got like this weird eye infection. But it's getting better. Anyways. Feels good to be back on trail. It's like being back home or something. It's definitely hard. It's hot out. I'm not used to the humidity being up in Denver where it's like a desert. Out here it's just humid and feels like I'm sucking air in. But overall I feel good. I think Tara feels good and tired like I do. Yeah, I don't know. Happy to be out here. I'll say this, I really miss East Coast hiking and backpacking and all the crazy diversity you see, the green, the different flowers and insects, all the wildlife. Already I've seen so much more wildlife here than most times in Colorado. So it's really exciting to be back. We're about 15 miles out for the day. Feels like a good stopping point. I definitely don't want to push too hard. I've learned that lesson on past hikes. And we're at, what's this shelter? I don't even know. We'll see. So this is Rocky Run Shelter. Pretty nice one. Got the windows, the double decker. Up ahead is, there's a little backpackers campground. And I think most people are probably going to go there. So we may have this shelter somewhat to ourselves tonight. We'll see, I don't know. But I feel like coming out of town 15 miles is a little low for most people now. So, might be a good night. All right, day 2 on trail. Feeling good overall, a little tired and definitely still somewhat sore, but that just takes time. One thing we realized last night, different from West Coast trails, is that out here you can leave your clothing out to dry, but it's still going to be pretty damp when you wake up. So I forgot about that. You're kind of just like wet all the time on the AT, which is probably why I smelled so much worse on this trail, and probably will again. Today we're still gonna try to take it somewhat easy, so shooting for like around 15 miles again. We'll see. If things don't feel great, we can stop short. If they do, we can go a little farther. I don't think we'll do that, but time will tell. One thing I'm also remembering is that there's so many different little things you come across on the trail, like little stops, little campgrounds you pass, or like monuments and things. It's really cool, actually. It's like being on a museum while you hike, or in a museum. We are at the original Washington Monument, which was built in 1827 in the honor of George Washington, who died in 1799, apparently, before the DC one was built. Snake skin on a tree. Da-na-na-na-na. I don't know. I just appreciate raw spam.
So is this your second or third day out?
Our second. He's actually already hiked it, but I have not.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we had just moved away from Colorado, but I've been there for like 7 years, so it's probably sweat more in the last like day and a half than I have in a year, which is like amazing. So I was starting to think I didn't have the ability to sweat anymore, but I was like, no, it works.
This is the Black Rock Overlook, and we are still in Maryland. Any thoughts for the day? All right. We're not out of Maryland yet, but we're starting to get a taste of the Pennsylvania rocks. Also, I forgot what it's like to be sweaty all day long. It's not a bad thing, but it's It's just different. So moist out here. All right, for dinner, we're doing dehydrated refried beans mixed in with some fake meat stuff called neat. Oh, and some potato flakes. Where'd that neat at? Oh, that's neat. It's like a blend of like oats and pecans and garbanzo beans or something. And we're putting it on a little bun so we can have a little burger. Oh, with some Taco Bell hot sauce, mild sauce.
Mild sauce.
Yum. It's day 2. First time we've slept in the tent. It's really small. It's so small. Also, the walls are really high on it. And Tara just farted. And the walls, yeah, you did. And the walls just keep it right in. So there's no escaping it.
Well, someone fed me cheese, okay?
Day 3, rain. Made a last minute change on my gear list and I brought my PCT umbrella just because I thought this might happen. We'll see how it works out. Well, we're coming up to High Rock Overlook. Can you tell that we're almost into Pennsylvania? It's something. Nothing like hiking on wet rock. Today we got into PenMar Park and the guy running the park offered us a ride down into Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we took it. It was really rainy today and there was a lot more forecasted to come through. And we were gonna be at the road to Waynesboro within 3 miles, I think anyways, so we figured why not do it now while it's raining. and get some good, much needed rest and some food. So we went to Walmart, got ourselves a chicken and a salad, and we will eat well tonight. And hopefully I will have a video up. See ya.